Alright, welcome friends. In this video we are going to open the last set of Play Boosters from Murders at Karlov Manor. This is to celebrate the end of Markov Manor season. Karlov Manor season, rather. Wow. And as we move into Thunder Junction. For those who have been following along with this series, we bought one play box of Karlov Manor. I did not have warm and fuzzies for the set. It just wasn't my jive, so we didn't invest a lot in it. We bought one play box to kind of get a feel for it, and this is the end of that experience. So let's dive in, see what the end of Karlov Manor brings us as we take a look at this Ravnica themed set, make your move, and say goodbye to a interesting set. I think as we move out of this season, we can kind of make some proclamations, at least some initial ones. I feel like this set is on the weaker side. I think we all can agree that. There's certainly some hits. But overall, I don't think it's going to be too fondly remembered. I do think it will continue to stick around in the back of people's minds, much like I compare it a lot to New Capenna. I think New Capenna is a good example for it, where we've got a Bone Brute, where there's a few really good cards that kind of be the hunt. Assemble the players is fun, and that'll kind of keep it from tanking, right? I think it'll continue to be at least mildly strong in the price, and that'll hold up over time. But overall, it's not going to be a highly loved set, except for by a few. Alright, so land and art cards off to the side. Keep our rares and mythics off to the side as well. And then the rest of it. Does that make sense what I said? It's kind of a mess set overall. Especially when we take it compared to the parent powerhouse that is Thunder Junction. My goodness. Did they just... Wow. That was embarrassing. Did they just take it to the nines with Thunder Junction? First set of... I don't know if it's spring, but it seems like summer season. My goodness. I expect Assassin's Creed, which I think might be the next set. I can't tell if that or Modern Horizons 3 is next, but either way, that's a fun card. Either way, both of those are going to be... I think they'll be similar powerhouse levels to Thunder Junction. I think that's just where we're at. They know that... I think that's an underrated card, by the way. I think they know that they've printed the crap out of a lot of the existing staples from many of the major formats. And in order to get people to buy cards, they need to, once again, boost power just a bit, and make some new staples. And I think that's what they're working on right now. So they will be pumping out some new power that I think the power level is going to just be slightly edged up again. Ooh, okay. Intrude on the Mind. Nice. And I think that's just the way, that's what we're working with now. Ourselves a foil land and a token. So yeah, I wouldn't be surprised. I mean, that's what they do with these sets, right? Not always in a standard set like this, but definitely in like the Horizon sets and whatnot. They just push the average card up that much more. Which then gives them more cards in the back burner that they can maybe in 2 to 5 years time print again to get you to buy their boxes. They can sneak some of these cards into standard set, and then suddenly that standard set starts selling. Alright, we're not looking at some of the individual cards here. If you watched my channel, you've seen that we kind of looked at all these in a little bit of detail. I'm not going to lie, I liked playing some of these cards because of the not insane power level. I felt like that's a ridiculous card. I felt like it was enjoyable in that regard. Okay, so this is our first surveil land of the day. Lush Portico, nice. But I know that turns some people off, right? But I thought it made for an interesting play environment. I think just theme didn't tickle me. Love the art cards though. I think the theme just wasn't my jam. I've never been a big detective novel fan. Ravnica's not my favorite. Not my favorite plane. Yeah, I don't know. Meh. I don't like Clue. It's like my least favorite board game. Besides, like, really dumb ones like Sorry or Trouble. Hot take on the channel. Sorry is a terrible game. Dog Walker. Hot take, Trouble is a terrible game. Especially when you're playing with little kids. It certainly teaches little kids to get used to being disappointed. Because they get almost to the end, and then someone knocks their pieces out or whatever it is. Yep, a little bit of a sidetrack there, but just trying to explain how those branded games are not my jam. I do like this frame. I think that is the best alternate frame in the set. I don't like the case file frame. That one's pretty meh to me, but I like the, I don't know if that's a magnifying glass or examination frame. I don't remember what they called it. But I thought that that was a neat one. Agency Chief. Got ourselves a Helion foil and a Far Land. Well, so far I think we can kind of see the problem with this set. Whole lot of bulk. Whole lot of 10-cent cards, one or two decent hits. I think those lands are still holding up, $10 each or so, right? Maybe 5 to 10, depending on the printing. Sorry, depending on the whether you have a standard frame or whatever. But a lot of decent cards for standard. Like this one is actually pretty useful, but they're just not worth anything. Obviously, there's so many of them. Alright. Ooh, shock. Love me some shock. I find it funny that even after we print some of these insane cards, including Thunder Junction. Oh, alright, our second of the Surveil Lance, Hedge Maze. I'll pay for the pack. Ooh, we also got a Spirit Detective. Double Strike Vigilance, nice. Mythic, can't argue with that. What was I saying? Oh yeah, even after all the power boost over the last 30 years, Lightning Bolt is still too powerful for standard, right? It's in Commander. They reprinted it right in Commander Legends Battle for Baldur's Gate. So Lightning Bolt, it's not too powerful Commander, because I guess you just get one. But it's too powerful for standard still. Shock's where we're at. Obliterating Bolt, those kind of cards. Lightning Bolt's just too good. But Giant Growth is okay of that cycle, right? And no one even remembers the white in that cycle. What was it, like Healing Salve? Is that what it's called? Prevent 3 damage or whatever, gain 3 life. And then everyone knows what happened to the blue one in that cycle. Also too powerful. It was a weird cycle. Kind of tells you they didn't really know what they were doing. I mean, they kind of do, but it was hard to judge back when the game was so new. All right, well, we're doing okay with these Surveil lands. That's actually helping us do okay with this set so far. This third of the booster box is apparently where they all live, because we barely got any the first couple. Oh, we got someone from the list. That's fun. Nothing particularly great from the list, but it's a list card nonetheless. And that's our second one of those. It's weird. All right. I can't remember if it's the first time I'm using this playmat, actually. This is art from Secret Lair last year that I think hit it out the park. I mean, playable cards, great art, cool style. That's what Secret Lair is meant to be. I think I opened it on video. Maybe go back and check. Might be in my past. What is going on? What happened? I swear. Go back and look at the first two videos in this series. I think we pulled like 2 of these total out of those 24 cards. Oh man, we got a Conspiracy Unraveler. Apparently all the good cards were just in this third of the box. If we pull like a Vein Ripper or something, my goodness. Oh, that's good looking art. This is not one of the sets that I'm collecting the art pieces for. Those are few and far between, and it's going to get even harder now that it's not a guaranteed art card in every pack anymore. Every set pack, right? I think the last set I collected all the art for was the Lord of the Rings, because I really enjoyed what they did with the Tolkien theme, the Middle Earth theme. Thought they represented it really great. So I got all the art in the original release. I do not have all the art because I didn't really do art cards for the Special Secret Fall release, which if you go back and watch, we've opened a number of those. And I have a few more that I might open again in a couple months just to take us back. So yeah, that was one I collected all the art for. I'm still, oh no, outrageous robbery. I'm still working on collecting all the art cards for the Mystical Archive from Strixhaven. I was a big fan of that. I love what they did with art for that. And got a few of those pieces, but not all of them yet. Yeah, there's really no rhyme or reason to which art pieces I collect, which art cards I collect. Just if they tickle my fancy. All right. We're almost, well, we made a good dent in the pile so far. We're working our way through here. As we open what is likely our last set of Manor Play Boosters for a while. I expect these will go on sale. I know they already have a little bit. I saw on Card Kingdom they had some of these boosters on sale. I expect they'll do that even more as people kind of move on into Thunder Junction, and these are still sitting on the shelves. Oh, nice. That's a great card. Not the best art for this card, but a great card nonetheless. What was I saying? Oh yeah, I expect these will go on sale sooner rather than later. And therefore, we may buy some more when they're on discount. give us some cheap packs to open. And we'll see if that happens. But that would likely be this summer, maybe into the fall, as they're making room for Bloomborough, which by all accounts is going to be... Remember when this set first came out, this was like a $4 card. Bloomborough is going to be a massive hit by all accounts. And that might be one I collect all the art cards for, actually, because that's definitely my jam. It's like a 1980s style... Oops, I messed up my piles. 1980s style, like, fantasy creature set coming up. That is my jam. That is my jam. Got another Surveil land there. Got ourselves Hide in Plain Sight. So expect to see a lot of Bloomborough openings on this channel. I hope you're okay with this, because fantasy creature nights, yes please, take my money. And I expect there'll be some power in that set too. I expect to be some spicy cards in that. Because like I said, I think they're just going to keep... They picked a new power level, right? And I think they are slowly going to be releasing cards into that power level. I think Thunder Junction is our first taste of that new power level. And I'd expect that Modern Horizons and maybe even Assassin's Creed, not sure about that one, but definitely Bloomborough will continue to push that new power level and basically create cards that they can reprint again in a few years, because others have talked about it. Shouldn't be news to anybody, but they've printed a lot of their back catalog. There's very few cards that are worth a lot of money. There's still some, but... Oh, here we go. Got ourselves a nice special guest with Victimize for 3. Nice. That's a neat piece of art for that. I don't even remember what we're seeing now. Totally distracted by the special guest. Yeah. Yeah, so new power level. Pretty sure they'll just keep coming out. And hey, old guys like me will whine and complain, but that's just how it's been in Magic for 20, 25 years. You know? I won't say it's always been like that. I think back in my day, it was pretty clear that Alpha and Beta and Unlimited were the most powerful sets for a long time. You know, there was just some serious oomph in them. And 3rd edition, 4th edition, big step back because they dropped a lot of the power, right? 5th edition, 6th edition, 7th edition, and all the cards that came with that. I mean, you know, your Chronicles, your Weatherlight, your Exodus, your Prophecy. Where there was some power in there. Hey, we got Crank Off. But they did not push the power level. Wojak Investigator, great card. Yeah, I don't even think they weren't up to snuff with like the Dark or Legends even, and certainly not the original 3 or Arabian Nights even. But then I think the Urza saga, the original one, was where that changed, right? And then ever since then, they've bit by bit been creeping up the power levels. And now we have 3 mana, 6/6s with a minimal die sound downside, right? My goodness. But hey, that's just how they get us to keep buying in the game, and it keeps it interesting, I guess. All right, this is the last pack. This is where we're at. I hope you've enjoyed this video. Closing it out here. Let's see if we close it out with something cool, or if it's just a weak sauce. But yeah, we're gonna say goodbye to Markov Manor for now. Like I said, we might circle back when it starts getting some good sales on it, but for now, we'll leave the Manor. And oh my goodness, hope you've enjoyed this short series as we open a play box here. Hey, closing out with a Ley Line of the Guild Pact. That's fun. That's a great way to finish it out, right? And a Thropter. Thanks for watching. Hope you've enjoyed. Please like and subscribe, and I'll see you soon.